Hello and welcome back. Now this video is about a kind of tricky subject. I want to talk to you about maybe not depression but feeling very down and how to shift that energy. We live in very difficult, challenging times. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, because we talked about it before, the polarisation, where you can see things happening that are depressing, do get you down, and you feel you're not able to impact that. But if you do change, your perspective, you will also see beautiful things happening in the world. And it's really just about holding on to these beautiful things and not giving energy or attention to the uglier energies that are in the world. I wanted to talk to you about, when you feel low, when you feel down, when you feel blue, and you're struggling to go through your day and what to do about it. These are just some practical things that might help you the next time you wake up, on the wrong side of the bed, when you're just dragging about your day and you don't really know, you're not feeling it, when you're just struggling, on days in which you're struggling. Here's some ideas. Firstly, in this society we're in, we have sadly been taught to hide feelings, to push them down, to sort of deny them, to pretend, how are you? I'm fine, when you're not fine. We've been taught that that's what's expected. People don't want to hear, I'm terrible, I'm really feel awful, and I'm so sad, or I don't know what it is, I'm not very happy today. When they stop you in the street and say how you're doing, they don't want to hear that. They want to hear I'm fine. And so we train ourselves to push down our feelings in order to get all the things done in our busy lives. And these feelings do get pressurized down in there because we're pushing them down, adding to them, pushing them down. And every so often it will just overwhelm you, and you will just, they just kind of fizzle out and into your day, and it's very hard to push them down. And so what you need to do is you need to kind of let them out. You need to go someplace and feel your feelings. You need to own them and accept them and embrace them and thank them even, because your feelings have a purpose. It's like it's a form of communication from the body. It's the most powerful, honest, raw form of communication from the body is how you feel. And we're like, la 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 la. We won't listen to how we feel. We're in denial about how we feel. And those feelings, they're genuine, they're honest, they're natural in many instances. And you have to allow them to come out and look at them and see them and embrace them, analyse them, shine a big light on those feelings and say, why do I feel like this? What exactly am I feeling? What has triggered that? Where does it come from? And just sort of pull it out and have a good old look at it and dive into it and say, okay, I feel sad. Why do I feel sad? Because I'm lonely. Oh, I'm lonely. Why am I lonely? Because, I'm too busy all the time. And as you unravel your feelings or whatever it is that you're dealing with, we're all unique. We've all got different stuff going on. But as you unpick your feelings, a bit of wisdom will bubble up. There's a wee nugget of wisdom buried deep within those feelings that your body and the universe has given you as a gift. It doesn't feel very nice to be sad or frustrated or lonely or whatever. These feelings aren't very nice. We don't like them. We want to push them away. We might, I don't know, want to get drunk or smoke cigarettes or, eat chocolate or something, spend money and do all these coping habits. But really your best action would be to sit down with the feelings, feel them, look at them and figure them out, where they're coming from and what gift it is they're telling you. What's this little nugget of wisdom that they're hiding? So that's your first step, is to stop pushing down your feelings, but actually to bring them into the light of day and analyse them and open them up. Feel them, cry if you have to, rage if you have to, feel overwhelmed if you have to. Feel the feelings, let them be, own them and say, this is how I feel. I am not fine, I am not happy, I am not, God's little ray of sunshine today. Something's bothering me, and it's a clue, it's a little clue to something out of balance in your life, something wrong in your life. And if you start to examine these feelings, you can trace it back to the source of that feeling, and you can do something about it. If you are doing this, all the time, you will not understand why these things are happening to you. You will not get to the source of it all, and you won't be able to make any changes, or even just the understanding of what it is. It could be grief, that's allowed. You're allowed to grieve. I do frequently find myself going through grief sometimes and think, it's okay, I have lost people I loved, and I'm allowed to grieve them. It's a natural response. We are humans, we have these emotions, and as long as I don't push it down and deny it, and maybe I allow myself to express it, to cry, or just, I'm just kinder to myself because of it, then I can release that feeling, that wave of feeling. And that's how feelings work. So they come in waves to you. It's not permanent, it's these waves that come, and if you can work with the wave and be kind to yourself and gentle as you would a child, you will get through that big crashing wave, and you'll come out the other side, and you will not have those feelings pushed down and locked into your body, creating awful illness further down the line. And better still, you should go and visit situations that you feel might be unresolved in your life and pick out those feelings that you pushed down years ago. That's what therapy is. Therapy is just going back to situations that you suppressed, or your emotions, and are now causing you terrible issues in your later years down the line. Therapy is just going and unpicking them and having a look at them in the light of day, and seeing them from a new, clearer perspective, or allowing the feelings just to be. Just, I was upset at that situation. That made me very sad. I was sad that day. I felt sadness, and let yourself be sad. And then once you do, it just evaporates and it's gone. And, it shifts you chemically in your body. It makes changes in your body, frees you up. It frees up that space for more energy to come in from the universe of a purer, higher form. So make sure you're allowing yourself to have your feelings, okay? Give them your attention. And when you fully express them, you set them free, and that's the end of them. They won't trouble you. I'm not saying you won't feel those feelings again, or even about the same situation, but over time, by going through these processes, you will free them up, and they will go, and you'll be in a more resolved situation around different issues. One of the other things you can do when you don't know why you're feeling low is you can draw your attention right back to the moment. Sometimes we're worried about future situations, or we're, going over and over past situations. And if you can actually bring your consciousness back to this very second, this is a technique I use a lot, and you focus on, am I okay now? Is there anything threatening me here and now? Is there anything pressing that I have to deal with in this moment? Is there any threat to me here? Is there anything about the situation I'm in right now, lying in my bed 3 o'clock in the morning, that I should be concerned about and worried about? And the answer is usually no. Usually our anxieties, our guilts, our worries about different problems and situations are all either past, things that are past and can't be changed, or they don't exist yet. They're in the future sometime, and we have not a lot of control over them. Worrying about them at 3 in the morning or whatever isn't going to alter them. What you need to do is you need to shift your energetic state by coming right back into the moment, feeling what's occurring right now, dealing with whatever you need to deal with in that moment by moment, almost breathing and feeling safe. When you start doing this, you find your breathing alters, even without you consciously doing it. Your heartbeat will slow. If it's been racing and you're worrying, when we get in a stressed situation, blood goes to the heart and things like that. In fact, it goes out to your extremities when you're in a stress situation, because the body's old and it interprets things as being a threat, a physical threat, and it will send energy to your extremities, and you can't think, and your heart might start beating really fast because adrenaline's flooding through your body. And really, if you're not doing anything with your body, that's kind of toxic to you, to have too much of these chemicals flying about it. So what you need to do is bring it back into the now, slow your breathing, genuinely think, okay, I'm safe, everything's okay right now, and come to back to that safe moment in time where you are. It will calm you right down. It will allow you to think more clearly. You can journal out things if you're worrying about a future situation. You can deal with them with the blood flowing to your brain and in a calmer fashion, without these toxic hormones that can flood your system. And then I want you, just in the next moment after that, to start almost counting your blessings. This is very, very powerful. It's extremely simple, and some of us struggle in these moments to find what we're thankful for, but you have to start with simple things. I'm thankful I've got my vision, I can see. I'm thankful, I've got 4 limbs, that my heart is beating, that I'm alive on the earth, that I have a roof over my head, that there's food in the cupboard, that my children are safe asleep in their beds. I'm thankful for this warm blanket on my bed. I'm thankful for that painting. I'm thankful for breathing in and out. You have to just find the most basic of things. Anything, there's always something that you can appreciate. I've got my hearing, that was a lovely dinner. Whatever it is, you just start listing the things in your life that are good and that you value and you're grateful for. And as you do this, you shift into a gratitude mindset. It lifts your vibration from your boots, all the way up to a very, very high level vibration. Gratitude, you go inch your way up it, but you will get there very rapidly with gratitude. It's like an express elevator for energy. And when you're in that place of gratitude in your thoughts and in your energy field, you will attract more of the more things to be grateful for. You have a high energy, you attract high energy situations. Sometimes, often, problems in your life will just vanish, if you can maintain that energy long enough. So going to a place of gratitude is a wonderful way of tackling these low moods that come along and assault you sometimes. So you know you're all right in the moment, and then you start being grateful for anything in your life that you could find to be grateful for. And this shifts your energy, and you start attracting better energy, and problems can sometimes just disappear all by themselves, but just by you. It's amazing if you can alter your energy, that in your interior sort of place, energy field, you will alter your external world. It's a bit of a mind, it's difficult sometimes to get your mind around that, but when we have problems in our lives, the answer isn't out there. The answer's in your heart. It's in your own energetic field. It's in connecting to your source. It's in loving your life. We are very lucky to be on earth at the moment experiencing this. All souls were competing to come down here. You won. You're one of the winners. You're down here. You're living life. You're having an active role in the transformation of the earth, and you are helping. You are having these challenges. You're supposed to have challenges. You're supposed to be, they're not supposed to be easy peasy challenges. They're supposed to be difficult, and because you're transmuting energies from generations past with these challenges. I have had very challenging relationships, and I know of generations down who have also had very difficult, challenging relationships. And I believe that as I overcome these issues in my own life, it's like oh wow, that energy there was huge. It's like I'm transmuting the energy back generations, and that's why it's so difficult. It's so difficult for us at the moment, because we are not just solving our own issues. It's a generational thing. It's ancestral issues that are coming through, and we are barreling through them, calling down the light. We're kind of badasses, We're the best, where evolution has got us to. We're, the best version of our generational bloodline, and we are here taking on the same challenges, a bit like that Bruce Lee movie, where the son has to fight the same demons. We're fighting old demons here, and they're coming up with new faces and new places and new situations in a more modern way, but it is old issues, and we are dealing with them and crushing them and moving beyond them. And you should praise yourself for that, and you should be compassionate to yourself, because you are processing all that garbage from all those generations. It's a very worthy thing you're doing. It's a very worthy thing you've taken on, and you're not to beat yourself up if you slip here or there, or if you don't feel you're getting fast results about it. Understand the magnitude of what you're doing, and for goodness sake, be compassionate with yourself, praise yourself, love yourself, be kind to yourself. Kindness is something we're all in short supply of, and you will get over these bumps and these dips and these, I see them in my mind like hurdles. We're running, speeding up, we jump with this big hurdle, and then there's always going to be another hurdle and another hurdle. It doesn't stop with you solving one issue. We've taken on some very big issues to process in this lifetime, and we're doing it. So, be very proud of yourself. Give yourself a lot of credit. Let's see. Your energy affects me. My energy affects you. Our energy affects this whole earth, and also the universe. It is all connected. So, when you're having challenging times and your energy is very low, you almost have a duty to try and address that, because you're pulling down the vibration of the planet. We're supposed to have the dips, but we're not supposed to live there. We're supposed to find our way out of them, you know, step by step by step by step. We're going to pull ourselves out these holes that we get into. And the thing is that I want you to know, you have the ability to do that. It's not like you've been given challenges you're incapable of resolving. You actually have the tools, you have the resources, you have people, you have your spirit team. You have the ability to get through these issues that have come into your life that are making you so down. Know it. You just got to find them. You just got to be open to solutions presenting themselves. You've got to follow your intuition and take whatever action you've been called upon to do. Problems in your life are just a big fat mirror reflecting back at you where your energy's at this moment. So if your life's full of problems and you've got money troubles and housing troubles and partner troubles and kid troubles, it's a sign that your energy's on the floor. And you don't solve these problems by firefighting out in the world. You solve these problems by going inwards and looking at how you're vibrating, where you're sitting on a day-to-day basis energy-wise, and you inch it up and inch it up and inch it up. Pull yourself up your bootstraps and get out the blood, excuse my language, get out the hole, okay? Because as you climb out that hole or get higher up with your energy, the money problems and the partner problems and the housing problems and the kid problems and all the other problems will fall away. They'll fall away if you can sort your own energy. It's a mirror, okay? It's giving you feedback, so you will recognise the trends and the patterns in your life, and you can have an opportunity of making changes. Problems are actually a wonderful gift, okay? And it don't seem like a wonderful gift, but when you have a problem, you say, this is a clue coming along, telling me something about my life. There's something off that I'm oblivious to, so let me go and have a good look for it. And if I can patch the leak or fix the problem, then, you know, this external mirrored reflection of my energy will vanish, because my energy will be higher and I will be looking into a mirror of wonderful, happy loveliness, okay? So the problem is not the problem. You are the problem, okay? The problem's just the mirror. I like that phrase. I think that was inspired to me. And the problems are just a gift to reflect back to you, so you can be aware that something is off and you can finally fix it in you and thereby fix it in the whole world. There's also another little way of shifting your energy super fast, and that is by what Lynn McTaggart calls getting off yourself. So if you can stop dwelling on your problems in your life and how bad you've got it and what a big victim you are and all that kind of thing, and you can shift your focus onto, oh, that person's really struggling, can I help them in any way? If you can shift your focus onto them, and you can be looking for ways to in some way help someone else, so volunteering, or, you know, making a phone call to your mum, or whatever it is, you're doing something for someone else, purely, you know, is the word altruistic, just doing it for the benefit of others and not yourself, with no thought of yourself, and you shift your focus onto someone else or some other worthy situation, and you start flowing your energy to that and trying to help that other person, you will find that you draw in more of the light. It flows through you to them, and in doing so, it raises up your vibration. And, you know, like when I make these videos, I believe I'm channeling light through them, and I have had a lot of feedback from a lot of people that they are helped by them. And I believe it's because there's I only make these videos when I feel my energy is high enough. I never make a video when I'm down in the dumps. I always wait till I feel my energy is pure and up and wholesome, and I pack it into these videos, and on, you know, on the vibration of my voice, through my eyes. I send it, I physically send it, or energetically send you energy. All through the videos you'll see me waving my hands about, whacking things in. I'm intending energy to come to you, and these videos, I believe, are a wonderful resource, and will build and build and build, so that people, it's like a toolkit. You can be dipping in and out, getting like a tuning fork to a certain level of vibration that you need at that time. And also your actions, my God, it ripples out. So I'm saying to you, go help someone, or be creative, or, you know, detoxify your situation, and all around about you, your life is changing, your energy is rising, it's rippling out, you're affecting your next generation, your children are being affected, your ancestors are being cured. The whole world is impacted by your choices and what you choose to do, and every single one of us has the power to impact many, many, many other people. In each minute that we breathe, every thought that we send, where we choose to sit with our energy, what we choose to support, you know, with our focus, all our actions is, you know, kind of overwhelming when you think about it, but it's also very, very empowering. It's very beautiful and wonderful, and, you know, we're all angels walking on the earth as far as I'm concerned. We're all have equal measure. It's like you've got your good angel and your, you know, your devil on your shoulders, and you're choosing how you're viewing things and what action you're taking, and how you're going about living your life. And I think there are so many incredible people in the world that it can't help but have a huge impact across time, you know, as we're all dealing with our own struggles and looking to the higher good of the planet and the people. It just, to me, we're all marching in the right direction, and we will get there, especially people watching my videos, because I'm not just saying my videos, that's not sort of saying I'm anything special. I'm just talking about the type of person who would watch a video I would make are likely to be light workers. You're likely to have this inherent ability in you to be very powerful in shifting the energy around your household, your workplace, your town, you know, your children's school. You have the ability to impact in many, many millions of little ways your small part of the world. And in doing so, you know, all these little parts all kind of connect together, and we're all have a common good in mind. And I'm just welcoming you to step on board. And I am aware that when you have down days, then that's affecting your ability, you know, to step in the same beat and to be going forward in a positive way. And so we need to look at it. We need to notice when we're struggling, allow ourselves to be like that, but then, you know, get our toolkit out and see what ways we can have of climbing out that hole and turning it into a strength. Because every hurdle you get over, every hole you climb out of, every mountain you climb, you build muscles in yourself, energetically speaking, spiritually speaking. You alter who you are by overcoming these issues, and it makes you shine brighter. You know, you're carrying less density with you as you overcome all these different things that assault us all the time. You are human, you're in a human body, you're dealing with human issues, but you are a beautiful spiritual soul, and there's so much more to you than you can imagine. It's very exciting time to be alive, even with all this 3D stuff going on and all the polarization and all of that, it's still a beautiful time to be alive. And like I say, shift and look at all the others in the world who are seeking to make it a better place to be, who are doing good, who are, you know, living fully and joyfully, you know, on the planet, and decide to walk with them, decide to be like that, decide to, you know, be the best version of you that you can imagine. All right, that seems a nice way. That's going to be my last video of 2019, and I'll speak to you again in 2020. Very exciting. Okay, have a bit more lovely energy, and I'll speak to you again soon. God bless.